Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Very special episode of the Goodfellas podcast. It's your boy G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. My main man, Boxing First Vlog, will be in here in just a moment. Big shout out to VP Shane. Big shout out to Ty Finney, the legend. Big shout out to my man Teak. Big shout out to my guy, my bro, YSM Sports Media. You know what I'm saying? The whole family. You know what I mean? Man, it's been a long time, man. It's been a long time since we had a chance to actually jump on. Just life. You know what I mean? Just life. Can't say anything else about it. Just life. Chris G, he said, got that PBC activity going on. I wish I had the PBC activity, man. I'm worse than the PBC activity. I'm worse. Said, got that Thurman activity going on. Yeah, it's bad, man. Like, it's real bad, man. Trying to figure it out, bro. But you and Ty Finney be holding it down, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I be enjoying watching other people's stuff while I'm trying to get my stuff, figured out and situated and things like that. You know what I mean? But big shout out to Chris G. Finally getting on camera. Finally getting on camera. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Chris G. Say glad you're back on. Man, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. And I got my main mans up in the joint. Boxing First Vlog up in this joint, man. What's up, big bro?
Man, what's going on with your family? How you feeling, Playboy?
Hey, man, I told him this is a special late night episode, man. We don't get a chance to really do this too much just because of just life stuff. So
Yeah, man.
May not be special for other people, special for us though.
But it for us, we was the day ones, man. We started this live every day, getting at this boxing talk regularly. You got a lot of these once a week type dudes, but us, we was on every day for the love of it, not chasing cheese on YouTube and begging for donations and all that type of stuff. So we were just doing it for the love of it. So it's good, man. I would love to get back to it more regularly. Trying to find a balance in the schedule, man, for you, me. Obviously get Shane on if we can type of situation. Yeah. As they know, we was all on different sides of the planet.
Right.
And still had that connection that we had, man. That's
for sure.
It's bueno, baby.
Man, for sure. Got my guy in here, man. Mr. Johnson, Boxing Talking More, said, what it do, man? What's up with you, bro? What's up with you? You know what I'm saying?
What's good?
If it seemed like we freestyling tonight, that's because we are freestyling tonight. We got so much stuff to talk about. To be honest with you, before we even get started, bro, rest in peace to former middleweight contender Antoine Eccles. Passed away. I think it was yesterday. Passed away. Complications with diabetes. From what I was told. If that's not a fact, I do apologize, but that's what I was told. So condolences to him. Condolences to his family, boxing community. I know my favorite Antoine Eccles fight was him and Charles Brewer. That was a firefight, bro. I think for like 2 rounds, 3 rounds, maybe. That was a dog fight. That was a dog fight, bro.
Man, Charles Brewer, and along with several other Philadelphia fighters, were the type of dudes that never fought to their strengths. They fought to their heart. You understand what I'm saying? You know how we are. We that's what makes us who we are.
Your joint froze up, bro. But just to follow what he said, like, yeah.
I don't know still hear me, but I'm gonna keep running my mouth. But anyway, like I was saying, that the way Charles Brewer fought that fight, it just wasn't smart. I thought if he used his left and his jab, he could have kept Eccles on the outside and took him later, and maybe then started to try to open up and bang Eccles out of there. So it just typical Philadelphia type of guys, you know what I mean? Fight more with their heart than the actual skills that they blessed with, length, speed, things like that sometimes.
Yeah,
But that was a great fight though, for as long
great
as it
fight,
lasted.
bro. Great fight. And you can make an argument that the referee could have stopped Eccles. You know what I mean? Like you could have made the
Yeah,
argument.
yeah.
Definitely could have
That
made the
was Rock'em
argument.
Sock'em Robots at its finest. That was a lower version of Hearns and Hagler. That was,
And
like that
yeah,
NABF type Hearns Hagler title fight type joint.
yeah. And it was that was in it. I think it was in Atlantic City. It was in Atlantic City. Um, and Charles Brewer and his team was so pissed off that the referee didn't stop Eccles. But when Brewer got in trouble, like it was weird. I gotta watch it again to see if I actually agree with the stoppage. Um, but that was a classic
I mean, but I think by
Antoine
that
Eccles
fight,
fight.
people knew that Brewer didn't have the chin. You understand what I'm saying? By that fight, I do believe Brewer had got exposed prior. So I think that was maybe in the ref's mind, like, let's not let this dude go out on a stretcher like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
it,
yeah,
it was
again,
crazy.
doubling back, we might be able to see a little different angle, taking a fresher look at the fight. But these are just memories that I'm going off of because
Right,
everybody,
right, right.
my symbols at Tuesday night fights. We was there weekly,
Facts,
weekly. When I say we
facts,
ain't miss a Tuesday night, I'm talking about 10, 15 years straight. We ain't miss a Tuesday
facts.
night fights. So
Yeah,
that I'm just going off my memory of that one, but it was that sort of, that HBO style fight. Those are the fights that HBO wish they could have every time they had a program. Just exciting. Whoever the fans liked it or not, as long as they're putting out an exciting product, I think that's what HBO wanted. But they got more into, having the names of Roy Joneses and all of that sort of stuff instead of having actual just boxing. But that's neither here nor there. Don't let me
yeah.
get to rambling.
That was nah, you can ramble as much as you want tonight, man. It's been a minute. Mr. Johnson said, I mean, I ain't heard. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man, because at the time that I found out, I was actually trying to get an interview with him, and I thought I had one locked in with him because a couple of my Iowa cats knew Antoine Eccles. So they was in the background trying to line it up for me. But I guess I'll say this one thing about Antoine Eccles, and I'll keep it moving. And I don't want nobody to take this no type of way, but the story is just so interesting. Um, Antoine Eccles went through a streak where he had like a lot of losses. He had a lot of losses, and they didn't want to give him a boxing license. And he ended up fighting one of his best friends. You know what I mean? Like he ended up fighting one of his best friends just to like he knew he was better than him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put his name out there, but um he fought him basically to get a victory and get his boxing license. And like he went on to fight like a couple more times and he just had like a long string of like losses. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Um rest in peace to Antoine Eccles, one of the real power punchers of the middleweight division that just never really got over the hump. But yeah, power.
Yeah,
When
he
you
was a
getting
serious problem early in his career. He
yeah,
was a
facts,
serious problem.
facts, 100%, man. Second Ezra in the building, man. Said peace to the boxing family, man. Salute to you, bro. Miss talking to you guys, man. For real. Bro, we got so much to
Hey,
tap on.
hold the conversation for a minute, Jeff. I got run and grab something.
Go. Yeah, it's so much stuff to touch on right now. Like you got
Yeah.
you got Spence Crawford, you got Boots via fight going on this weekend. Jesse Hart's back on that card. You got Canelo and Jermell Charlo and not Jamal Charlo. Um you have the Inoue fight against Stephen Fulton that nobody's talking about. Virgil Ortiz, Stan Jonas, which nobody's talking about. It's just so many. And then there's fights that just happened. We had Jared Anderson and Charles Martin. We had that fight. And that was an interesting fight. Big shout out to my guy, Padman McGriff, man, for getting Charles Martin ready for that fight. Even though Charles Martin left a lot on the table, I ain't seen Charles Martin look that ready in a while. I didn't see him look that focused in a while. Like some guys come in and they don't look like they're coming in to win. He looked like he was coming in to win. You know what I'm saying? But big shout out to Padman McGriff for getting Charles Martin ready. But when Vlog get back, we gonna pick a topic. We just gonna run with it. I'm to be honest with you, I'm just happy to be on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to be on. Be on just talking boxing. You know what I'm saying? You don't realize how much you love doing something until like you can't do it the way you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's it's a pleasure to be on with everyone. We really appreciate you guys, jumping on, man. But Vlog should be back on in a second. Hold on real quick. But you know what though? I'm gonna get it. Hey bro, hold on. Let me unmute you. Hold on. Hey bro, I'm gonna give you first crack, man. What topic you want to jump on first, bro? We got so much to choose from, bro.
I mean, right now, man, I want to get this build up going because it's anticipation for me because I was gonna make my splash back in the game off the big fight, but like right now, historically, do you think this fight is getting the clamor it should get?
Spence Crawford.
Yes, obviously, yes.
Not yet. I think the closer it gets.
No, that's what I'm talking about, bro. I think we talked about it more when it was on the cliffhanger side. Like, it could just fall off the map as a fight that never happens. We talked about it more. Now the contracts are so quote unquote inked. We got a date. These dudes is training. I'm not hearing the clamor. I'm I be on the gram as much as I can, but I'm not seeing the build up type of post, the braggadocious, the fans, even the fans themselves picking their sides and putting out posts and things like that. So right. I'm just trying to figure out, like, is the build up there? Like, it's still a historical fight, based on this never happened. But at the same time, like, is the powers that be really doing their due diligence to make this fight the biggest thing in boxing history?
That's a good point. To kind of address that, I think we're in an era now that everybody loves to do everything but actually watch and enjoy the fight. They like the drama. They like the build up talk, and it's kind of like that chick that you wanted. You know what I'm saying? And all you doing is just talking, and then by the time you get her, it's kind of like the fizzle kind of going. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like that, and that's what it feels like to me. There was more talk about why the fight wasn't happening than there is right now, and the fight is happening.
That's my point. That's my point, bro. Like, for this to be Hagler Hearns, for this to be Tyson Holyfield or any of these great fights that we've historically had, you would think in this modern day of social media with all of these different platforms that this would be the number one bucket list type of thing that people have waited a lifetime for, a lifetime type of event. Like, yeah, I was there. You know what I mean? Something you would tell your grandkids, or you know what I mean? You just talking about at the job for months and months after the fight, or even talking about it for months before the fight. Like, not in is it gonna happen, but can't wait to make it happen. Can't, talking about styles and possible outcomes. I haven't heard anything about outcomes. I haven't heard anything about who needs to do what to win. I'm not seeing any of this type of stuff that genres interest from the casuals. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know how the numbers are going to do. And to
Yeah.
me, that'll tell more about these guys than what happens in the ring. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
not them guys per se personally, but their teams, the people they're associated with, the promotions and things like that. If this is not, I mean, goddamn, bro, I remember Mike fights on HBO and shit like that having more of a build-up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not Mike fight, but just HBO type fights having more build-up. And you couldn't wait till this Saturday or a couple Saturdays or whatever. Like, I don't know, bro. I just don't feel the steam behind the fight that I think it should have.
Yeah,
It's
I
partly my
agree.
fault because I'm the one that's not in the game doing it. So I'm
No,
talking bad about myself too.
I
Because I'm
can't.
still a boxing head. And
But
I
I
should be
can't
out there doing
really.
my one too.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, we in the minority, bro. We in the minority, and it's a lot of people. They like to, be in the blogs and things like that when it come down to boxing. But if it's crazy, because me and Shane talk about this all the time, and you've experienced this with us firsthand. If we get on here and talk all X's and O's about a fight, not that many people are gonna watch. But if I put up thumbnail about some drama between two fighters, everybody going to tune in. There's more people that's entered. They're more interested in the drama part of boxing and not the actual sport. And I think that's a big reason why we don't have this steam that you're talking about between Spence and Crawford. I don't feel the steam yet. I don't feel it. I don't feel the steam.
Bro,
I know we've been out the loop, but I ain't out the loop that much. I don't feel the steam yet. I really don't.
I even for the pro black entities that are part of the social media boxing scene, I'm not even getting it from them. And
Yeah,
those people know who they are, and I'm not throwing shots at anybody. I'm just saying, for this to be a big thing, let's just take our group and say, for our group, where's this thing just from our people, let alone the rest of the mainstream media and those type of entities. But just even for our people, I don't feel like the support is really there, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I tap in with everybody, bro. Like, I'm not a guy that shades anybody or anything like that. I'm just
yeah,
not seeing the posts. I don't think I can follow more people than I'm following on the gram. And I'm telling you, as you scroll down my timeline, there's no can't wait type, post. There's no, greatest fight in the history of boxing, put a ranking by it type of thing. I'm not getting the, can't wait sort of feel. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I
yeah,
don't know if that's boxing's fault. Is that the fans' fault? Is that whose fault is it? Is it the promotion's fault? I'm sure they can't put up 1,000 posts a day. So you kind of
yeah,
dependent on the rest of the entities in boxing, especially the independent medias. You would think
yeah,
that we'd be all over this.
yeah. I think there's less than five that I've seen actually do some like some real coverage on this. I was just on a show with Mark Nash. Big shout out to Mark Nash. He got a big following. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Mark Nash. He's one of the few people that I heard like really like get into it like extensively, and I'm talking like X's and O's. You know what I'm saying? So you're just not seeing it. I think what's going to happen though, vlog. I think like a week or two, like a week or so before the fight, you're going to do a whole blitz. It's just going to be a blitz. Like everywhere you turn, you're going to see Spence Crawford. But I think they're trying to take that approach of Floyd and Manny, where they was like, "Oh, the fight gonna sell itself. We don't have to promote." They can't do that. If that's what they're thinking, they can't do that.
That's my exact point, bro. When you dealing with two entities like that, you almost can say Floyd at that point in boxing was his own state.
Mm-hmm.
He had his countrymen, so to speak, and win, lose, or draw, fight whoever, you know what I mean? Fight the taxi cab driver. People was going to pay for that pay-per-view because it's Floyd.
Correct.
Same thing with Manny. Manny has his own state, country. He has his own base supporters. These guys have corners. They have sides. That's not enough to think that's going to bring the fannies and bring the extra eyes to a fight like this. You got to be out there kicking up dust about a fight like this. You know what I'm saying? Not per se picking sides as you talk about the fight and downing one guy to another, but creating the buildup, creating more interest by just having I don't know what's going to happen sort of marketing plan. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's truly almost a 50-50 fight, but it's not quite a 50-50 fight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we got to give Bud the edge based on the different things he can do in the ring that we haven't per se seen Spence do. Spence is, you know, he has a style. His style is able to carry him to these victories that he's had. But the diversity, just kind of give Bud the edge based on the diversity, being able to switch it and things like that. So, I mean, it's still close to being a 50-50 fight, but do something. Give me something to want to jump in the comments about. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the chatter has to be there, bro. I ain't been on Twitter, so I can't say that Twitter's completely dead. But as far as the gram, YouTube, you know what I mean, the real main hotspots, I don't see the build up there, bro.
Yeah, solid points, man. Second Ezra said Shakur ducking Haney. Bro, to be honest with you, bro, like it's a lot of and I can speak on this like behind the scenes stuff, like speak on this, and I don't give you no BS, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of back and forth chatter going on right now as far as social media, but I'm telling you, everybody know I'm Team Haney, but I fuck with Shakur too. This is not a Devin Haney Shakur negotiation. Let me make this clear. There are other people that have to sign off on this fight. Bob Arum, Jay Prince, those guys. Yes, Devin Haney is doing the talking in the media.
Keep talking, bro. With you.
I got you. Devin Haney's doing the talking in the media. Shakur's doing the talking in the media. But at the end of the day, Bob Arum has to sign off on it. Jay Prince has to sign off on it. And Devin Haney has to put something together with Top Rank in order for it to happen. And this was talked about pre-Vasyl Lomachenko. This was talked about pre-Lomachenko. The only reason people talking about it now is because the social media thing is going on. To be honest with you, to keep it always solid, there's more people talking about Shakur and Devin Haney going back on social media than Bud and Spence. That's a fact.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes,
Can I ask you a question?
Ahead. Let's rock out.
When Devin agreed to come over to Top Rank to get his opportunity at Undisputed, do you think that fight was bought up as a fight that's locked into a 2-fight rematch, 3-fight contract, whatever type of contract he has? We all know it was a 1-1. No, for Haney, the Haney Stevenson, the Haney Shakur fight. Was it in the original agreement for him with the opportunity with Georgia. We know that was a 1-1 situation, but was there further discussion? Was there a 1-1 with Shakur? Was there a 1-1 with what's the boy that kind of got back on the good foot after losing Shakur, and he had 135 now.
Valdez, Oscar Valdez.
Yeah, Valdez. So it like, or was that so to me? Because I don't. If these guys are going back and forth like this is telling me that that Shakur thinks he was never even brought up as an option. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
if he wasn't brought up as an option, now let me finish. If he wasn't, in his mind, if he wasn't brought up as a future opponent for quote unquote the undisputed king, who wasn't at the time but is now, if he wasn't brought up as an option for that, and we were all talking about his weight, so we at some point knew 130 wasn't going to be, that I'm gonna be here for another 2 years type of weight class. So 135 is around the corner. It's almost a rivalry, but not quite. But a couple young phenoms finally get to meet at the crossroads type of fight build up. So if he wasn't brought up in that conversation originally, that could be a shot to him. Like, you could feel some kind of way, like, hold up, bro, I'm the guy right here, right now. Bud is not here anymore. So who's the guy at Top Rank? It's not none of the Puerto Rican dudes, and that's no cap to none of them, but everybody knows Shakur Stevenson. You understand what I'm saying? So he's the guy on Top Rank. Might be outside of a Fury or somebody like that, but just for, the everyday boxing heads, everybody knows Shakur Stevenson at Top Rank. So if his name wasn't brought up as a future possible opponent with Haney, retaining the straps and continuing the fight under the Top Rank banner, I think that would make you feel some kind of way, and you probably just lashing out and throwing shots to just kick up some steam to really get dudes to the negotiating table. You get a motherfucker mad enough, he'll want to have a sit down with you. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, that's a fact. So, all right. So this is what I was told, like insider type shit. So when Haney signed the deal with Top Rank, it was basically the end result was supposed to be him and Lomachenko. That's what happened. So during the original agreement, Shakur was not put on the table by Top Rank. They was not put on the table. Now towards the Lomachenko fight, maybe like a week or two before the Lomachenko fight, basically Shakur was offered to, for Devin to basically re-up like right before the Lomachenko fight, and they didn't make it happen. So I think there's a mix-up between what Shakur was told and what Haney was told in terms of who got offered what. So right now it's people talking about the 75-25, split that Haney offered, which I think is that's a lot of cap, because when you talking belts and stuff like that.
Can I be honest? I be honest? That seems about fair. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm in Haney's situation, I'm looking for an offer 75-25, 65-35, because I'm the one at the most risk. I'm not the house fighter. That's the number one risk right there. Second of all, if you do lose, are they going to throw you a lick on the rebound? Like, yo, you came through, you represented, you feel you did us good based on you fighting under our promotion, being an undisputed champ. Yo, here's a rebound. Here's a look back at the situation we kept asking of you with this rematch thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard they asked it of him with the Loma fight, and he turned it down. Right. I don't know if that's true, but I mean, just some of the things I was hearing on the gram, reading on the gram, a bunch of posts saying that Loma, after the fight, Loma was saying they revoked, they didn't do the rematch clause on purpose. Right. I'm like, he don't need to rematch you, bro. He's the champ. You know what I mean? He should be asking you for a rematch clause, if anything. If he never brought up the rematch clause, why should you?
Listen.
As a challenger, I think that was terrible to even bring that up. And you brought it up, not even saying it wasn't your team that originally asked for it. You understand what I'm saying? So how was you as a challenger asking for a rematch clause, bro? Like that is, I'm just hella confused with that.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's that. Yeah, now
If I'm
get the
Haney,
rambling on, bro.
no, you good, you good. No, if I'm Haney, I'm definitely throwing 75-25 out there. Like for sure. Like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
definitely throwing
yeah.
75-25 out there. Now, Shakur is not in a position of strength. I need for people to understand that, because when you start talking about percentages and stuff like that, what happens is people look at Shakur, the fighter, and they'll say that he's worth more than 25%. If you want to look at it that way, that's fine. But negotiations is about being in a position of strength. Devin has all the strength right now when it comes
Can
down to
I say something
negotiation.
real quick?
Go ahead, bro.
I think he thinks his strength is he's a house fighter. So I think he thinks the strength, the real backbone of the situation is with him as being the #1 fighter on the top ranked promotion. So he feels like he has some. I don't know. This is just me spitballing. If I'm analyzing it as if I'm Shakur. I think my strength is being the #1 fighter on top rank. So as being that guy, and Haney not being that guy, because you're not a top ranked fighter, you're just a champion under top ranked banner right now because you took the belt from one of they creamy sauce champs. So that dude, I mean, that was a terrible rematch, bro. For somebody to want to get their belts back, that was not how you go about doing it. But big shout out to George Kambosos, though. You know what I mean? He did pull off a couple of upsets and things like that to even get to that situation. So I'm not going to shun him too bad for not looking very good at Haney. But at the same time, I just think, like I said, he thinks he has a lot more power than he may have because he's a true top-ranked fighter. And I think that he feels like the promotion is going to twerk a contract to somewhat favor him, even if the numbers are skewed like 75-25. He may want to get it a little closer. You understand what I'm saying? Because why? He wants to get paid. Second, and he believes in himself. I don't think he'll turn down a fight because it's stuck at a 65-35 or a 55-45 type of thing. You know what I mean? I think he's the type of dude that'll still take the fight because he'll always have the support of top rank, win or lose. You understand what I'm saying? So maybe his bravado is coming from that. His urging to make this fight happen is coming from being a house fighter and being the #1 house fighter.
Yeah, I'm gonna run through these comments real quick, bro.
Yeah, I'm just cackling and shit. I ain't been on here so long.
Right.
Nigga get black like an African, bro. I be in the sun all day, man, back in these motherfucking car lots and shit, bro. God damn. Out here looking like my name is Punjab or some crazy ass African shit. Nigga, god damn.
Yo,
shit.
I'm being crazy.
That nigga Count Chocula in this motherfucker. Nigga, damn. I ain't get out this motherfucking car lot, yo, bro.
Yeah, man. Second Ezra, man, he said people can't play the blame game anymore. J.O. in the building. Big shout out to J.O. He said, yo, what's up, fellas? Glad to see y'all streaming. Hope all is well. G5 and BFV. Big shout out to you, J.O., man. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you. He said, what do y'all think about Devin offering 25%? I understand it from Devin's angle. Like, I understand it from Devin's angle. I wouldn't.
Can I add something else to that?
Go ahead.
Can I add this? At this point in his career, as these fights are getting harder and harder, the bag is that more of the focus because he's accomplished. You understand what I'm saying? So now it's about getting paid for our accomplishments. And if the competition goes up, I should be benefited more financially. I should come out on the upside financially, not only just because I'm the champ, but because I you know what I mean, I'm the one helping to make the fight. It's two names here. It's not just, you know, I'm super A side and there's no A- type of side or no B+ side. There's another side, but he's the one that's really risking it all. So I think they really need to concentrate on legacy from a financial aspect, because again, this dude has fought in Mexico for, you know, the first 10, 15 fights of his career. Not making a lot of money down there. So now it's time that we concentrate on the money. And I think it's fair just based on that.
Well, and I say this all the time. Jo, when you in a position of strength, I say it all the time. I'm like, a dummy is somebody that has leverage and don't use it. Like Haney has all the leverage right now, and he's using it, so people can't knock him for offering Shakur 25%. He said, "Hi, Shane been? Shane been good, man. Shane been good. Shane been working. Um, he's actually been on a couple shows with the DR Network. Big shout out to them. But Shane been good. I talked to him earlier yesterday. And we were doing a show. We're doing a show right now, and it's late, but it's like, what is it, like 2-3 something in the morning. So we'll probably do another show and get Shane on it, but it'll be earlier. You know what I mean? But like I said, we trying to juggle schedules and things like that. Mr. Johnson said, well, neither fighter by themselves had the money to put up for a fight. They both got to talk to the bag, man. I listen, Mr. Johnson, I will say this, bro. Like, yeah, Bob Arum gonna have his hands all through that. Like, he gonna have his hands all through that. Bob Arum gonna have his hands through that. And
but that's the point. That's my point. If these two guys are smart, they would go that route that Johnson brought up, that Mike brought up. Make Bob pay for this. Make Bob risk that money to be able to profit off of what these two dudes do in the ring. And that's been the problem a lot of the times, that dudes underbid themselves just to get some cheese. You understand what I'm saying? Like, won't really stand on their square and be like, yo, this is what I'm worth and this is the only thing I'm fighting for. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, so right. At this position, I think they're both in that we both got the power as a duo against the promoter. You know what I'm saying? Even though the promoter is obviously to a certain extent Shakur's boss, but I think they gotta put his feet to the fire. You want this fight? This is what it's gonna cost.
Right, my man.
And if the cost, one last thought: if the cost is right from what the camps push to Bob, then the 75-25 won't even really matter. It'll truly be about the outcome of the fight and who's gonna walk off with them belts.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. My guy Toby in the building said, he said, salute BFV, looking good and healthy.
Big shout out, bro. The Most High, man. He I don't know how he wake me up every day. I be shit, man, bro. I don't even want to get out of bed. The Most High said, man, get your punk ass up, get to it. And I'm still here, bro. So
big shout out to Toby, man. Like, big shout out to Toby, man. Big shout out to him and his family, baby, and everything. Toby said, I want to see T.O. versus Haney, a better matchup. Let me cook on that real quick. Let me cook on that. Let me cook on that. Let me cook on that real quick. So, Toby, I agree 100%. I agree 100%. So Devin Haney is undisputed at 135, but he's really a 140 pounder. Now he has the physical frame of a 140 pounder. He's gonna probably finish his career at 47. You know what I'm saying? The thing that people don't realize as far as Shakur, as bad as Shakur is inside of that ring, Shakur has not made a dent at 135. So if he was to get a Haney fight, he's really getting a favor. He's really getting a favor at the end of the day. His career has been at 130. He hasn't done anything at 35. He hasn't done anything to actually get the shot. To be honest,
can I argue? No. I can argue that the first thing he's done to get the shot is he's the number one fighter on the house promotion. So as a promotion, you want to put the best fight together. So you got to go and look for your best fighter to go up against this champion to make a fight financially plausible. That to me is a financially plausible situation for Top Rank. Yo, we got our number one fighter looking to go up against a dude we helped make undisputed by welcoming him to the giving him an offer to come over to and fight under the promotion banner. But if we don't have him locked in, right. They don't have him locked in, so why not put their number one guy and hopefully get them belts back on their promotion?
Well, the thing is, if that fight happens, then Devin Haney probably signs a multi-fight deal, which means he will be Top Rank too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
He
he's kind of top. That's what I'm saying. Like right now, he's kind of top ranked just based on how he went about getting the belts his first defense.
Yeah,
His,
I just want for people to be clear, like we're excited about the thought of the matchup because of how both guys operate inside of the ring. But if you want to talk traditionally how a guy gets to a title shot, usually a guy that's never fought at the weight gets a shot at undisputed in their first fight at the weight class. That's almost unheard of. So I need for people to understand that Shakur getting offered 25% to get an opportunity at undisputed and you've never fought at 135. That's why I say the 75-25 is a fair ask. It's a fair
but
ask,
Kambosos
man.
didn't do anything to get the belts. He didn't do anything. He beat Selby. That was it.
No, he beat Tiafimo. But he went through the process to get the fight, though. He went through the process to get the fight.
He was fighting on DAZN.
Bro,
Or was the Selby fight on ESPN? Was that Selby fight?
No, that was a DAZN fight. No, but
that's what I'm saying. So he was fighting on DAZN.
Right. But hold on, listen real quick. The sanctioning bodies gave Kambosos a blueprint to get the Tio fight.
There you go. I forgot about them. I forgot about them. They were totally out my mind when I was thinking about getting the build up to the belt. I'm thinking like who you linked up with, what how many wins, big name. But no, I forgot about the bodies. Yeah,
bro, they told him, they said if you want a shot against Tio, this is exactly what you got to do, and that's exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying?
He did.
But think about it though. Think about it, bro. Who do you know who had their first fight in a weight class and it was for undisputed and they never fought the weight? Think about it.
Yeah, you get a couple
that's a
dudes
time
that get some.
You
get a couple guys that get some, overblown title shots, like WBA regular champion type of shit, like a Morrell and these sort of names. Even Lomar early. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling like he got world title shots a little bit early in his career, but you talking 500 amateur fights and all of that boo-ha. So they had to rush him. The man like fucking 99 right now. So and he fighting like an elderly dude. He still got heart. There's a bunch of old dudes out here with heart, but I don't know if he should be in there with the younger crop. Like you see him look good against guys his age, the Comeys. The Japanese cat that's a little older, Nakatani, whatever his name is, Nakatani. Yeah, he looks excellent against these guys. But when the age bracket goes down and the physical nature is similar and compatible, he gets dominated. He stalls himself out, so he doesn't tire himself out. Also, so that puts him behind the 8 ball. So I don't know what's up with Loma.
Check this out, bro. Toby says Shakur wipes the floor with pillow fist Haney. Ooh. Damn, he said he.
I'm not going.
Damn, that's a strong comment, Toby. That's a strong comment, Toby.
Hold up, Toby. Is that favoritism? Are you really analyzing that Shakur's punches can't be taken by Devin Haney? I don't think Shakur is going to just walk through Devin Haney. Can he get his attention? Can he get his respect? I believe that. But to say that Dev can't withstand 12 rounds of Shakur, who's not an all-out, like I'm beating you down round after round after round after round. He's a guy that takes rounds off. He's a guy that punches here and there. He's a guy that not a lot of movement, but he don't really put the foot to the gas like that. So I don't know about a mopping the floor, dog walking or anything like that.
Toby, wiping the floor is a strong ass statement, bro. Strong ass statement. J.O., he said, I haven't heard from y'all. How do y'all score the Loma versus Haney fight? I will definitely let Vlog go first on that.
I had Haney go first. I had Haney by I think it was 9-3. I had an 8-9-3, 9-4 at the worst. 8-4 at the worst. 9-3, 8-4 at the worst.
I had a 7-5 Haney. It was do not get me wrong. Was it the easiest fight to score? No. But a lot of people were saying that Loma won the fight. He clearly won the fight. You know, he got robbed, this, that, and the third. I don't agree with that at all. Like, I think Shane had it 6-6. I think he had it a draw. I had it 7-5 Haney, and Vlog had it for Haney wide, basically. 9-3. So I don't think Loma won the fight. I don't think Loma won the fight.
Because I believe Loma did pick up a couple of the championship rounds. Bro, maybe not the 12th, but him giving him when you pick up 10, let me say this. When you pick up those later rounds, casual fight fans tend to forget about what you didn't do in round 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Man, that's a timestamp, bro. 45 minutes. That's a timestamp, bro. Talk bro.
And to me, bro, the pity pat speedy punches, they can look good later. Early in the fight, I don't expect that from a proven vet to be thinking these pity pat, non-lethal, not everything landing combinations is enough. That getting people out their seats, these dudes need binoculars out there at the fights if they cheering for that, man.
A Vlog. Check this out real quick. CJO, you got us on our shit right now. I know this is an old fight, but we ain't been on in a minute. Let me tell y'all why Lomachenko was able to turn up in round 9, round 10, round 11, and he was putting it on Devin Haney. So I'm gonna make this real quick. Lomachenko he got some of the best feet in the business, but Haney got top 5 feet too, and he showed that in the fight against Lomachenko. I'm gonna tell you how Haney was getting all them body shots off. Lomachenko's walking towards Devin Haney as a southpaw. He's walking towards him. He does this every fight. He does this skip step. He does this hop step to his right. I'm talking Lomachenko walking towards Haney. Haney's a conventional fighter. Lomachenko's walking straight up to Haney. He does a hop step to the right. 9 times out of 10, he gets on the outside foot of his opponent. What was happening was when Lomachenko made that hop step, Devin Haney did a 180. He did basically a half turn, rib cage completely open. But when he did that hop step, all his weight is shifted. So Loma couldn't counter. He couldn't do none of that. So Devin Haney was just making him eat body shots on the way out the back door. And then Lomachenko had to reset. Now, what Lomachenko stopped doing is he stopped doing that hop step towards the 7th round of the fight. 7th round, 8th round, what he started doing is he started throwing straight left hands. And the reason why he was throwing a lot of them pity pat shots is because he was trying to get Haney comfortable just so he can get some hard shots off, which is something that you have to do against a guy like Haney that's that skilled. So I understood why he was doing the pity pat shots, but he started too late, bro. Started too late.
I think, bro, they came out with the wrong game plan first. What they should have been doing was looking for the singles, which they did in 1 and 2, and then he started trying to go for the quick volleys. I'm throwing 2-3 shots, and I'm making it seem like I'm doing a lot of work. When the refs, I mean, not the refs, but the judges seen the shit wasn't landing. So they wasn't scoring these rounds for you, bro. You might have been throwing some fists, but it wasn't nothing to say I'm controlling this fight type of action.
And Haney was getting underneath too. Haney was getting underneath.
That's my thing. Hold on, I'm about to get there.
Go ahead.
I'm about to get there. When Loma was throwing the flurries to the head and looking for those quick combinations that wasn't getting off because we had great defense from Haney, the body shots were being left as the defining shot of those engagements. And the judges were just sitting on that. So either you liked the body shots and you've seen, I'm looking for the harder, cleaner shots to say who's winning the rounds, or late, I'm looking for the guys that are busy because now we're in a point of the fight where these dudes are tired. So who's working more? Who's trying, who's putting forth the effort? These are how you judge these fights. These are how the judges were seeing this fight because with Loma coming on later, and instead of, look, when you saying he was throwing the straights, you know what he did? He went right behind the straight and got close, and his flurries were starting to count a little more. he was starting to get one of those shots off, and it looked it good. It got a head turned back. You see what I'm saying? So that was where the flurries looked it better. He wasn't getting that head turning shot in round 2 and 3, trying to throw the quick flurries to respond to Haney's body shot. You see what I'm saying? So it could have been a hard fight to judge, but were you really looking at it from round 1 to round 12, judging one round separate from the round previous? And a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah, and just to, because I don't want to stay on this too long, but just to make this this last point, we skate out the back door on this one. If Haney doesn't have A-level feet, he loses that fight.
Oh yes,
because 9 out of 10 of the moves that Loma did in that fight, feet wise, he gets away with it. He couldn't get away with that stuff with Haney, and that's why Haney's feet won him that fight. Haney's feet won him that fight.
And I think the strategy, because that wasn't Haney saying I'm going to the body. That's the camp. That's that's Padman. That's Pops Haney. That's a lot of the third eye guys seeing like this is the way to make sure we keep him slowed down. You know what I mean? We empty that gas tank.
But the thing is, Lomachenko, he's the type of person like I'll figure it out when I get in there. You could tell Haney and them actually went in there with a whole game
plan. A game plan.
Yeah, and movement, that was the difference in the fight.
Work.
Yeah, movement and body work, and get underneath when you have to. When them flurries, all Haney was doing was getting underneath. He was getting underneath like this and putting his shoulder right in his chest to make the referee basically break. Yeah. He was muscling.
And if you look at a lot of
somebody and not move them back, you can muscle somebody and not move them back.
T.O. muscled Loma in that fight a little bit. Until the later rounds, Loma. He didn't move him back, but he showed young, youthful muscle to say, "You just not gonna run through me, vet. I'm gonna be right here." So you gotta kind of put that line in the sand and say, make these motherfuckers cross over,
bro.
And Loma couldn't do it until later. Loma couldn't do it until later.
That's a great point that you made, because people think like when guys are using their strength and bullying guys, that like they're pushing them back to the ropes and things like that. No, you can use your strength when a guy charges straight at you, and when they hit you is like a brick wall. That's using your strength too. You understand what I'm saying? So Haney did a lot of that in that fight, man. But that was a beautiful fight to watch. So it was a lot of good technical shit going on in that fight. You know what I'm saying? The Boxing Source, he said, G5 Jeff, what up? Big shout out to you, man. Go subscribe to the Boxing Source, man. One of the best channels out there, man, for sure. Mr. Johnson said, paid more for your accomplishments. Sounds good. But who is Haney gonna make money with, Ryan or Tank? He said that ninja on restriction. Do you want me to get at that first, bro?
Hey, go ahead. I gotta go grab something to drink.
No, it's cool. So I can definitely get on that. Haney has all the options on the table right now. He has all the options on the table right now. He can pay Tank a visit. He can pay Ryan a visit. He can pay Tiafimo a visit. It's a lot of things that he can do. He can pay Shakur a visit. It's a lot of guys he can actually make money with, but it's just people look at the negotiation, I guess, that he's having with Shakur about this 75-25 thing. I just need for people to understand that I don't know if there's been any guys that come up a weight class and they get a shot at undisputed. I don't know. I'm trying to think off the top of my head who has actually had that happen. Of course, we had guys come up and get title shots in a first fight in a division. We've had that. But I'm talking about a guy coming up from 30 to 35, and he gets a shot at all the belts.
You still answering that question?
All the belts. No, that's what I'm telling Michael Johnson. Like, he asked who can he make money with? It's about 5-6 people he can actually make money with. You know what I'm saying? He can make money with some guys, but he has to max out his leverage. Haney has to max out his leverage. He's never gonna get this again. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's never gonna get this again. Like, he has to max out his leverage. If you remember, Josh Taylor had damn near all the belts. He didn't max it out though. He gave up one belt and gave up another belt, and then he ended up taking a loss. You know what I'm saying? He didn't max out when he had, he didn't leverage everything when he had all the belts, and Haney's doing that. Can't even knock him. You know what I'm saying? But he can make money with plenty of guys, man. Toby said, thanks, brothers. Appreciate you, man. Like, it's so good to hear from you, bro. He said, I honestly think Haney fighting Shakur is the worst management decision. I think he would have an easier time boxing Teofimo. To be honest with you, Toby, I like the Teofimo fight more than the Shakur fight.
First of all, the fight don't make no sense. Teofimo's at 140. No, right now we talking that fight. It doesn't make any sense because Teofimo's at 140. So what are you saying that Teofimo's willing to force his body to take that off for the opportunity of being undisputed when quote unquote he was already undisputed if you let him tell the story at 135? So and that fight doesn't make any sense unless it's at 140 and unless it's for the belt that he's supposed to drop and now he's retiring. So I think he's about to make himself ice cold in the boxing streets again, just by the way he's talking. So that fight doesn't make any sense, promotional wise and money wise, because Teofimo does not pull a crowd like that. He has to be fighting another named guy like a Lomachenko or like what's the white boy name from over there? Josh
Taylor.
Yeah, Josh Taylor.
Yeah, I think. But see, for me, the only thing that connects Haney and Shakur is Top Rank. Like, if you take Top Rank out the picture, that fight don't make sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Top Rank's the only connection between these two. Like, but that fight don't make sense.
But when you're independent, it makes sense if we're asking for that great era of clashes of guys, the mix that we got with Sugar Ray and Hagler and Hearns and Duran and that sort of era. If we're asking for that as boxing fans and pundits, yeah, that fight makes sense for that reason. To truly say, yes, I was the best of my generation or of my era or whatever. But and money-wise, it's the best fight for Top Rank. Money-wise, Teofimo and even a Lomachenko rematch, I don't think people gonna cash out for that. First of all, we didn't get any knockdowns. Second of all, we didn't really get a definition. Like, it wasn't a true defined win by Haney. And Loma just kind of made it close. And will he do the same thing again? So that fight kind of financially doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how good the fight did. I'm not the numbers guy when it comes to boxing. I'm not gonna lie, I'll stay out my lane with that. But I can still speak on some of these financial takings based on I'm not an idiot and I can forecast some things. The best fight would be Shakur as far as profitable for Top Rank.
Right, but
anybody else, maybe a Lopez.
Let me
because he's at 135 now. I mean Valdez.
Let me ask you this though. I just want to be clear. You're saying that fight makes the most sense financially because of Top Rank, right?
Yeah, only because it's a Top Rank situation.
Okay, we're saying the same thing. Okay, we're saying
yeah. Okay. No, but I'm just saying one is worse than the other though. The TO is the worst fight of the two financially from a promotional standpoint.
I'm talking about in-ring X's and O's. I think.
Yeah, I get that. But now I counter the in-ring X's and O's and bring up the weight situation.
I'd rather Haney go see. I'd rather see Haney go see Teofimo than Shakur, because Shakur is not even the biggest 130. Like, Shakur is not a huge guy. If he fights Haney, it's gonna be a definite size advantage for Haney. Like, a definite size advantage for Haney. That's another reason why I don't like the fight. I think Shakur can win the fight. Don't get me wrong. I think he can win the fight, but it'll be a definite size difference. Like, Haney is a 140 campaign in the 35. Let's be clear. That is a big 135. He is a big 135. But I hear what you're saying, though. I hear what you're saying. I don't want you to think I don't hear what you're saying.
But in all honesty, I think if he doesn't do business with Top Rank with his next joint, I'm going over to Allen now. I'm doing a 2-fight deal. I'm getting my Canelo on, nigga. I need 100 mil. I want Rolly. I want all the lower tier dudes. Now, I'm even fighting Isaac Cruz.
Bro,
I'll even take Isaac Cruz.
Listen, I think that's a great idea, and I'm glad you mentioned that. But it goes to show how many options Haney has, which goes back to Mr. Johnson's question. Haney can make a lot of money in a lot of different places.
That's what I said. Now it's time to be smart about the opponents. Let's not rush to take the big names to keep proving ourselves. We've already proven ourselves. So now it's about setting ourselves up with decent names, but respectable names, but also make sure it's financially feasible. And we still have the upper hand going into the ring as far as technically. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I'm looking at Uncle Al. I'm even doubling back and looking at the Zone. Man, they got a couple of little dudes over there that you know what I mean, deserve an opportunity, or Ford, or you know what I mean, somebody.
Yeah, because a 2-fight
Ford fight at 130.
Yeah, he fight at 130.
So man, if I'm coming up for opportunity, I'm making a deal.
Well, I think him and Uncle Al would be a good fit. He could definitely do like
let's just say he ain't getting 100. What you think? Oh, what 2-fight, 3-fight deal? What you think the number's looking at from an offer from Uncle Al? I'm definitely not going to say he deserves. I believe he deserves $100 million deal, 3-fight minimum. Based on the fact that I think he's earned that position more than Canelo earned his undisputed. Undisputed kind of fell in Canelo's lap when Haney basically ran undisputed down.
Well, you got to remember.
And gambled.
You got to remember, Canelo was getting $100 million because his receipts show that he earned it. The receipts.
I get that. I'm not talking about that part. I'm just saying
what you think he deserves.
I don't think he deserves it based on what you show me in the ring. You know what I mean?
Realistically, I could see Uncle Al offering Haney, if it's a 3-fight deal, so we're probably talking Tank would obviously be the last fight. We're probably talking Rolly, probably Isaac Cruz, and then Tank. They're all probably, Tank is definitely pay-per-view. I don't think they can get away with a Haney Isaac Cruz pay-per-view.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
I don't think so.
Yeah, Isaac, he got numbers. I think he do numbers for a Mexican dude. I think he's one of the
how many buys you think that do?
100, 150.
That's not good enough.
That's not good enough.
Nah,
I mean,
you gotta think about
for lower weight fights.
No, but you gotta think about it. You gotta think the topic we're talking about is how much Uncle Al is gonna offer Haney.
That's why I said it's not 100. So I'm asking you, what's a reasonable number if it's not Canelo astronomical shit? I will give you a number, but I don't know if we're gonna be in the same area. So
give me the number. Give me the number.
I was thinking anywhere from 40 to 60 for a 3-fight. Average 15 mil a fight.
No, that's fair. I can see Al Heyman offering Haney a 3-fight deal for around, I would say, like 40 to 50 million. With upside on the pay-per-view with Tank. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, and that'd be a great way to go. It's a guaranteed situation. You know, Al pockets is deep.
Let me throw this at you, bro. Let me throw this at you real quick. This is another reason why that's a solid move for Al Heyman, because let's just say he fights. Let's say he fights Rolly. Rolly comes down to 135 for the opportunity. Isaac Cruz is already at 135. And then Tank and Haney fights for 135 undisputed. So the winner of any of those fights, if those belts get dropped, they're getting dispersed within PBC, basically. You know what I mean? So it's a good deal all the way around. But I think 40 to 50 million, three fight deal. I think that's a good number. It's a fair number. But would Uncle Al offer it? Would Uncle Al offer it? You know what I mean? It's an
Mm,
interesting thought. Interesting thought.
if you look at the situation right now,
Yeah.
um, I think Uncle Al's rolling the dice. Uh, I'll be honest, I don't know. To kind of move this conversation on a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
why he would make the little Charlo fight, but you know what I mean? Like, to me, like, he's rolling the dice. He believes that fight will be so historically big that it'll cash out just because of the clash of the bodies. You understand what I'm saying? Like, even though we know this is a smaller guy, we still talking about undisputed and not very much smaller. You see what I'm saying? Eight
Yeah, yeah,
pounds,
yeah.
10 pounds is not that much smaller when you're talking elite guys. So the clash could still be interesting. One way younger, way less
I
wear and tear ring wise.
Yeah, I
The
think it's a
other,
good. I love the fight actually. Me personally,
I man,
I
bro,
love the fight.
when I found out it was
Bro,
Maul, I was like, what the fuck? They shit, man.
did you see
Somebody
the?
gave
Did
me,
you did you see the video I dropped? I said he ice cold these streets. What we talking about?
bro.
He
This
ice cold.
this dude is this dude, man. I mean, bro, you talking about out of the ring issues?
Yeah.
Has he been training? You know what I
Nah,
mean? Because I was
that's
seeing
the
them
reason
dudes
why
in
he
the
didn't get
gym
the
on.
fight. That's the reason why he
Yeah,
didn't get the
bro.
fight because he wasn't going to be ready in time, and they said he had outside the ring issues. So, I mean, it's just yeah, that's gonna be a great fight, bro. That's
And
gonna
I
be a
like
great
it
fight.
too because you're going to cash out way more than you would a Tim Tszyu fight. Even a Tim Tszyu Canelo fight on a PBC as an
Yeah,
outside
yeah, yeah. I
third
mean,
body promotion,
you
they
know,
still wouldn't make as much money as actually bringing that fight and having all the promotion locked up themselves.
yeah, I mean, Tim Zoo got that, that poppy store bag money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Told him sit to the side, chill for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
so,
yeah.
Toby, good point. He said Haney took 28-72 for the first fight with Cambo. So Toby, the thing
Yeah,
about
rolling
that,
the dice. You betting on
yeah,
yourself.
yeah, like you betting on yourself. Like, I mean, Floyd took a small piece when he fought Oscar. Like, so people acting like 75-25 is just like such an insult, but when you really break down what's going on, it's it's a fair, bro. Like, you are literally jumping up a weight class for undisputed for all of the belts. You have to pay for that. Like, you're not supposed to get that opportunity. You're not supposed
You
to get it.
In boxing, you do have to pay for your opportunities a lot of the
Facts,
times, and that
facts,
means
bro.
biting the
Facts,
bullet on the paycheck. That might be a
facts.
venue situation. It could be a lot of the things where you saying, "Yo, I gotta overlook that for this
Right,
opportunity," and then I turn around
and
and
I'm
build the
going
bag around the
exactly.
accomplishment.
Yeah. Boxing source said the Selby win was IBF eliminated. That's exactly what I was getting at, bro. Good point. Good point.
Yeah,
Toby.
it was crucial too, bro. Because when I tell you that shit was like waiting for one of them announcements from one of them game shows or something that we be watching over the years, and they be like, winner is, and you hear the
Yeah.
drums. I'm in the corner like, man, dude, that was a good ass fight though. I ain't gonna lie. Two white boys, they went at that one, man. I remember that weight on
Yeah.
that one, and I was leaning towards Cambosis in that fight too. I think I
Yeah.
did call Cambosis in the build up for that one too.
You did. You did. You did. Toby said, love to both you bros, man. Appreciate you, bro. Boxing Soy said we're about to have that on September 30th. LOL. Yeah, man. I listen, I'm so hyped that Jamel's getting the opportunity. That's where I'm at. Mr. Johnson said, I'm just like, why Haney tell dude 30% when you got 4 belts, but not bigger than Mr. House Arrest, aka F up. I so here's the thing, bro. Like, all negotiations ain't the same. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in terms of like who you're negotiating against, basically. Like what he tells Shakur is probably not something that he would tell like a Tiafimo or a Tank or something like that. Like he's big boying Shakur. Like he's big boying him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's big boying him right now. He's probably thinking like, yo, like if I can get Shakur at 30%, I'm cool with that. He may even be cool with 35 in the back of his mind, but of course, in negotiating, you're gonna start from the basement. Like, you know what I mean? You're gonna start from the basement. You're gonna make them start from the basement. You know what I mean?
But
Mhm.
that leads to what I was saying, the moves that they're looking to make now. I don't think it's about the marquee clash ups that they're looking for as the champ. You know what I mean? They're looking for more financial stability during this reign, like making sure that they're the true A side and it's not no, well, we have our name guy on this side and he's an A guy too and all of that blah 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 shit. I think they're definitely going into these negotiations like, look, if it's not financially feasible, we can just stop talking right now. And that's what's going to happen with Haney and Shakur. If they're not talking humbly and
Right.
accepting like he did with the opportunity at Cambosis, they not going to keep haggling them. They'll let them dudes chirp at each other on Twitter all day.
Yeah. Boxing Source said he had an 8-4 Haney. I think
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
I but
Thank you.
I was actually on the same chat with the Boxing Source and YSM and Teak and all them guys and my guy Leak, big shout out to Leak. And we was all chopping it up on there during the fight. And no, guys had it 8-4 Haney. I don't know if anybody had a 9-3 Haney, but it was guys that had an 8-4. That's why I was like, 8-4 wasn't a score that was like astronomically wrong. Jo said, I don't want to hold you fellas up. I know it's late. How you liking this Canelo versus Mel fight? Me personally, I was looking forward to Canelo versus Benavidez and Tim Tszyu versus Mel. Please, bro, let me get at this one first. Let me get at this one. Let me get at this one first. Jo, so the Canelo Benavidez fight, Benavidez got other problems. He got David Morrell problems. You know what I mean? So if that fight's going down, I don't there's a chance he may not get past that fight. But of course we want to see Canelo and Benavidez. Now Mel and Tim Tszyu, of course we want to see that fight. But do I think Mel deserves the opportunity at Canelo? I think he does. The reason why I'm not that hype about the weight difference is Canelo fights 175 pounders and they can't hurt him. Like, so I just don't expect for Canelo to be getting really hurt in these fights. It's really, can you outskill Canelo? Like, Bivol outskill Canelo. Mel is a very, very good fighter. He is a very good fighter. I think this is going to be a great fight. And if Tim Tszyu got to wait a little bit, yeah, cool. Like, he can wait one fight. He can wait one fight. Benavidez, same thing. If he handles Morrell, then, we can get a Canelo fight. But the thing is, Uncle Al got Canelo for a limited time only. 3 fights, $100 million. So we'll see how these other 2 fights go if he can get past Mel. I think Mel got a shot. I like all of them fights, bro. I want to see all of them fights, bro.
You know what I'm getting out of this?
Yes, sir.
I am getting Charlo versus Charlo. All of that you said, all I'm getting out of this is Charlo versus Charlo.
What you mean?
For the biggest fight in boxing history.
What you mean?
Yes, but I'm getting Charlo versus Charlo at the end of all of this because he's going to beat Canelo. Canelo is dump truck trash. He went over there to grab a bag before he hang up them spurs that's been dusty and rusty for the past 3 years. He ain't been looking like this pound for pound god that they made him out to be before COVID. And all of a sudden COVID happened and he back to the regular dude that he's always been since Floyd exposed him. Then he turned around and started copying Floyd and trying to do this head movement and all of this, but you couldn't sustain it because it's not who you are. So you're not giving us the head movement and all of that. You didn't give me that head movement in the Russian fight with the Kovalev dude. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see all of that head movement. I didn't see that head movement against Bivol. I ain't see. Only time I seen that head movement was against slow dudes like Jacobs and what's the slow dude that he beat up over there? Yildirim. John Ryder. Like then you gave me a little by side to side because these dudes can't throw no real punches. You seen how slow Danny Jacobs punches was? Man, my daughter could have bobbed and weaved that shit. So the bob and weave that they say he learned from he only did it in a couple fights. So the Canelo situation to me is boiling down to this is a last grab at a bag. Even if we get this one fight in and we lose, we still win because they walking away with anything they handed them and still with their own because you know they signed just an unarguable contract to make sure that they're coming out on top.
Are you on record saying you taking Mel? You taking Mel?
Oh yeah, I'm taking. I got Mel as the best fighter on the planet. Why wouldn't I take Mel over Canelo?
Ooh, bro, if your face is on camera, I make this a timestamp, but you gave me the silhouette.
Bro,
hold on. So now you gotta repeat it, brother.
Jamel Charlo.
Hold on. Let me repeat the question because I gotta get this timestamp right. Are you on record saying that you got Jamel Charlo over Canelo?
I got Jamel Charlo possibly stopping Canelo. Ooh. If it's going to be a stoppage, it will be late, maybe 10, 9 at the earliest. But on a call, yes, I got Charlo winning this fight. First of all, he's faster. The foot game probably about even at this point in Canelo's career. You know what I mean? He never been the best slip and move guy based on foot movement. A lot of upper body defense and all of that slowed down. He's trying to catch shots and return shots and all of that type of stuff. And he's getting beat to the punch. You fighting a smaller guy who's actually being able to put on some weight. So that means he's going to put on some muscle. A guy that we know can bang. And a dude that's a reigning undisputed champion. Has avenged any loss, any situation that might have been questionable in the ring. He doubled back and knocked these motherfuckers the fuck out. That's the baddest man on the planet type talk to me, bro. Like, bro, I'm telling you, man.
Minutes and yeah.
Bro,
you gonna have Canelo fans on your head.
Man, I welcome the challenge to defend my words, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You show me any point in the last 4 fights from Canelo that tell me that Canelo dominates Mel Charlo, even with a slight weight difference. Where has he put the foot on the gas coming forward, just ran through anybody, mauled anybody? He's kind of sat and waited for the fight to come to him, wait for the fight to develop a little bit. He hasn't come out from round 1, set the pace, got rid of guys within 6 type shit. His best win in recent years was in Yelderman. And dude, that was almost a goddamn dive because of the effort that Yelderman put in. He wanted to shake this dude's hand after getting knocked out. Motherfucker, please. So I can't grade you on your elite status that they say you have because you have 4 belts from 4 garbage champions. No real solid monster that you dethrone. So, bro, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be honest with you, bro. You tell me you put Mel's record up against Canelo's record. He hasn't rematched anybody.
Strong words from Boxing First Vlog for sure. Mr. Johnson said, y'all right, maybe Stevenson should fight T.O. or somebody to give him a better look for the fans. If he doesn't, if
I think you know what he needs to do? Mm-hmm. He needs to knock out that African.
Who you talking
about? If he can knock that African out, the boy that he went the distance with, the Nikitani dude.
Mm-hmm. You want him to fight him again?
Yeah, bro, because that was a fight that the African could have won. Because they were both in that fight timid. The word timid comes to mind when I think back to that fight. Neither one of them really got off because they were leery of what the other could do. Now we know what the African can do, bro. I'm just saying, if y'all wanted a solid win to kind of perpetuate him, because the African went and steamrolled a couple dudes after that loss. So we know the African can bang.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, bro. So let's say Shakur doesn't get the Haney fight. Are you accepting a fight at 130 from Shakur?
Nah, he's at 135 now, I can't see.
He got to fight at 35. He has to. Yeah,
that's what I said. He's already took a 135 fight, hasn't he? That last one was at 135.
I think his last fight was at 135. I think.
So yeah, I can only see him, and that would be a great fight. When you do fights like that, you want to go clear things up. That was a bad fight for a guy that was, at the time, the young phenom, next up type of guy, and little speed bump. You didn't look that great. You know what I mean? They gave you the card, the fight on the cards, but you didn't dominate that fight to me. And that was the fight that Toshi was talking about. When Toshi was talking about how undominant he has looked in fights, that was the fight that. Remember when he got on?
Yeah, we went viral on Twitter.
Yeah, that was when we was going back and forth, and Toshi was like, he was echoing to that fight.
Yeah. No, I agree. As far as the Toshi comment, Mr. Johnson said, "Yeah, Loma didn't do enough. Can't take your time as a challenger." Agreed. He said, "They gonna stay on until we tell them they can go. Don't trip." Jo, Mr. Johnson, boxer talking more high. I just didn't want to be that guy. Salute, Mr. Johnson. Nah, when we get on here, Jo said y'all be cooking. He said, like you never left. Yeah, this is automatic, bro. Like no rehearsal, no nothing. Like this is just what we do. Jo said, just sub, Mr. Johnson. That's what's up. Just sub Boxing Stores. Boxing Stores said Haney Lopez is a fight that was a possibility before Lopez lost to Kambosos. Facts. That's a fact. That's a definite fact.
But because it made sense then, doesn't make sense now though. To me, it doesn't make any sense now. It might have then.
But why doesn't it make sense now for you?
They're at two different weight classes. So you're telling me the man just fought at 140 for a title. Now he's gonna come back down for opportunity at belts. Hold up, listen to me. Let me finish. For opportunity at belts that he believes he already had.
But mind you, you just said the fight don't make sense because of different weight classes, but we just said we love Mel and Canelo. I'm just telling you, be careful.
Different.
Be careful.
No, that's different because Canelo's not going down. Mel's going up.
But we're only talking 5 pounds, bro. We're only talking 5.
But we talking about a champion that had already, he's got weight issue. This dude is not just like, yo, I can knock that off and be fight ready in 3 months.
But Haney's the one going up, though. Haney would be going up.
Why would he give up his undisputed for one title?
No, he wouldn't have to. Not in that situation.
I wouldn't take that fight. If it wasn't undisputed, listen, the trend has been set. If it's not undisputed against undisputed, don't talk to me.
But you act like it's undisputed all over the place, bro.
That's what we need to get to. This shit is getting ready.
That's the next best thing.
Huh?
Champion. That's
but he's the only champion at 135. So it's not really. It's champions versus champions.
Right. But that's the thing, though. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't say.
No, I'm talking about. I say mainly my main thing against that fight is financially it doesn't make any sense.
That's what I was getting ready to say. It sounds like you're saying it's just not your preference. No,
I'm saying for top rank. If I'm looking at it through their eyes, I don't think Teofimo
look at it through their eyes, though.
Yeah, but they're the ones promoting it, so they have to be the ones to say, "Are we going to put some steam behind this? Are we going to put some real interest in this?"
Put top rank to the side. It's me and you. I ain't forget top rank. Me and you. I'm talking about. So we got a champion. Excuse me, champion with multiple belts, undisputed. He's going up one weight class, 5 pounds, to go see another champion in Teofimo Lopez. So Teofimo so the weight's not a problem. Check this out. So the weight's not a problem for Teofimo because he's at 140. Devin Haney's a big 135. We just seen him looking like a skeleton like 2 fights ago, right? So we got a champion versus a champion. I'm going to tell you this. I'll meet you in the middle of the street. On this one. If Haney is able to keep all of his belts and take a Teofimo fight without losing his undisputed status, I think it's a good look. If he has to lose his belts, then it makes no sense.
Just now, that's well stated without bringing up any money.
Correct.
But we know that these dudes are doing this shit for the check too, bro. So It has to be plausible. You know what I mean? Like financially plausible for everybody. And then look at hold up real quick. I'm arguing from Tiafimo's point real quick. What's in it for him?
For who?
What's in it for him? I've already beat all the 135ers that at the time I needed to beat to be recognized.
Tiafimo?
Yeah, like it really. What's in it for him to defend against Haney?
That fight?
No.
What options do we have at 140?
He's a champ, so he can fight mandatories and just get your basic checks and continue to do that. Because it doesn't seem like he's trying to chase undisputed based on how he's talking, retirement and dropping the belt, and you know what I mean. He around the town. I see him in a bunch of photos with a bunch of different people. So,
hey, bro, I gotta get to the boxing source. He said something I want to get to.
Yeah. We in it to talk to our folks.
Boxing source said, "Hey, that is very possible. Haney versus Rolly. I do think so." He said, "Yes, because Haney's minimum is over $2 million a fight." Boxing source says Haney was getting $3 million for fights outside of the Kambosos deal. Boxing source says no. He said PBC is not offering anywhere near that. So hold on. So let me say this real quick. Boxing source, I understand why you're saying that. All right. I want to make that clear. I understand why you're saying that. So when Top Rank is giving out $2-3 million, basically per
before you go
deals.
in, can I say this real quick before you go in? Are we not basing a different negotiation stance? We can't. You see, I think Boxing Source has the $2 million in his head.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to get at, bro.
Go ahead.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to get at. Boxing Source, I want you to look at it this way, and Vlog and I are on the same page with this one. So Bud was only getting X amount of dollars when he was fighting with Top Rank. Bob Arum's on record saying he was losing money with Terrence Crawford whenever he fought, right? So when Terrence Crawford got to the table with Al, none of Bob Arum's figures mattered. Al Heyman offered him a bag more than what Bob Arum would have offered him. Now, if you want to argue the actual number, I'm cool with that. So I'm actually curious, what number do you think Al would offer Haney on a 3-fight deal? Because if you're telling me 3 fights and he's gonna offer him like $20 million, I don't see it, only because the pay-per-view with Tank would probably go crazy. But I'm kind of curious though. This is it's not even an argument. Like, I'm kind of curious to see what number you tell me. And if you don't tell me on this live, we can definitely get on the chat. And I'm talking like thinking like Al does. I want to make that clear. Thinking like Al does, and there's a definite pay-per-view within those 3 fights with Tank, of course. He said Maul been in the gym. Maul been working. I know he been working. He said he been in the gym for months. Asked his coach. Shoot, I was close to seeing him in the gym last month in Houston. Yeah, he looks like he's in the gym all the time. Bruce Gas in the building. What's going on, bro? It says salute my brothers G5 and Vlog, man. Go subscribe to Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz and More, man. One of my favorite channels, for sure. He said it will never happen, like Klitschko versus Klitschko. He talking about the Charlo thing. Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
I beg to differ.
Why though?
First of all, the one thing I'm gonna tell you is, no matter how close they may say they are, twins are never really that close. I have a set of twins, bro. So I'm telling you from my own experience. That being said, it will be literally the biggest fight in boxing history, bro.
Bro.
You'll have a double undisputed champ fighting his bigger brother. Bro, what bigger fight can you get? You can't get a bigger fight than that.
Bro, I'm not messing with you tonight, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. And they brought it up. They brought it up. They said if the numbers are right, they would do it. And this has been recent conversations. This ain't been some 5-year-old shit.
I know what interview you talking about.
I'm trying to tell you, this seemed like Charlo versus Charlo in the next, I say 3 years, baby. Because I ain't going to put out there, I don't want to go say far as he going to dog walk Canelo, but he's definitely going to set up his retirement papers. You know what I mean? He going to get his file. He going to get him his file, everything filed. He going to get him a nice little envelope. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have the address and everything. I'm telling you, he getting him lined up, bro.
Bro, I put it to you like this, bro. Jamal is ice cold in these boxing streets. As crazy as this sounds, Jamal don't even deserve his own brother inside the ring. Even if
how is he ice cold? He's coming. How is he ice cold? The man just came off defending and redeeming himself in back-to-back fights in the past few years.
Nigga, I'm talking. Nigga,
oh, you talking about big? Oh, you said Maul. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm thinking you knocking Mel. I was like, hold up,
Big Maul.
Hold up. Yeah, the man on injury. Yeah,
Big Maul is igloo cool right now. Like he is.
I mean, cool. but he still got skills.
I'm not down that, bro.
This man got catch and shoot skills like nobody in the game right now, outside of his little brother.
A vlog, like more freezer burnt.
He said that he ain't had no Arm & Hammer in the future.
He freezer burnt, no Arm & Hammer or nothing. That's how cold he is, bro. He is.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. I don't know what, bro. You could have took a pity pat fight, bro. He could have fought, bro. He could have fought.
I love Maul.
He could have. What's the
bro?
What's the Russian name? What's the Russian name that's about to retire and shit? He fought everybody and didn't get over the hump. Damn, was Derevianchenko?
Yeah,
I think he could have took the Derevianchenko fight because Derevianchenko would have went up to 168 for that fight.
Yeah, but he fought.
Then that would have been a great fight, huh?
But he fought him already though.
No, he ain't fight. I thought Mel fought Derevianchenko. Did Maul fight him?
Yeah,
I thought Mel fought Derevianchenko.
Maul fought him.
Maul fought him. Okay, yeah. I'd have thought that would have been a great because you need a name, but you need a name that's beatable. I couldn't think of nothing heavier than that one at the time that might have went up to 168 from 160 or something like that because he wasn't. I don't think he could have rocked with Morrell at the time. I don't think they would have threw him in that water like that. Even though that's a winnable fight for David. And even now, it's still winnable.
Big Maul got icicles on his trunks. That's how cold he is right now, bro. He ice cold. Ice cold.
Yeah, that bro. He don't move to Alaska on us. He ain't hollering Texas no more. He hollering Greenland. he repping Antarctica out this motherfucker.
Right. Boxing Source said that's another one picking Jamel. He said, shoot, the odds don't have Canelo as a sizable favorite. It's fairly close odds, plus 240. Damn, it's only plus 240. Wow. That's credit to Mel, though. That's credit to Mel, though.
No, bro, that's not credit, bro. No, I'm about to tell you. When you talk gambling, motherfuckers are more honest than that. Oh, that's my team. My quarterback, or he shoot threes. No, motherfuckers are more honest about the whole landscape. When you do betting, you don't just bet. Oh, he won his last 3 fights. That don't got nothing to do with who he get ready to fight now. And how did he look in those last 3 fights? Against who you get ready to fight now.
Can I tell you what that plus 240 mean, bro? And I'm gonna break this down in betting terms.
It means Canelo is not steamrolling nobody. That's what it means.
No, it means that too. But I'm gonna give you a more detailed one. You know how in football, a guy gets a team gets 3 points basically for being the home team, basically in a competitive game. They automatically get the 3 points. So that plus 240 is equivalent to like a plus 4 in a competitive football game. That's what that 240 is basically. Like,
I think it's gonna be a competitive fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a fight. I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight, bro.
Your boy gonna have to win the jab. He gonna have to win the battle of the jab. He's gonna have to win the battle of the foot placement. The same way he won it in the second fight with Castillano. Yeah, Castellantonio. Yeah, when the same way he won the foot placement battle against that dude, he needs to win that from the onset and just stick that jab, bro. That jab is gonna be the key because he can out jab Canelo. Canelo is lazy with the jab. It's not something he really depends on in the fight. And if you can out jab him, that's giving you the edge coming out the gate.
Bro, how you give Castaño like 3 extra syllables and shit, bro? you funny as shit, bro. Hold on. Mr. Johnson said, down goes Canelo. Canelo goes down faster than a redhead stepchild asking for more cream of wheat. That's funny, bro. He said Canelo threw more arm punches than a damn Cove jab. Damn. Canelo threw more arm punches against Bivol than a damn jab. Nah, that's a fact. But you could tell he was done in that fight, bro. He was done. Like I never seen Canelo like dead tired.
You know what I think he's happened to him?
Yeah.
You know what happened to him, bro? Mm-hmm. That training. He's one of them dudes that after that Floyd fight, this motherfucker lived in the gym and all of that shit for 15 straight years. That shit catching up with you now. That shit that you can overtrain, bro.
He has wear and tear. Yeah, he has wear and tear, but that plus,
and it's not from the ring. It's from his training to me.
Because you gotta go into camp for all them fights. You gotta go into camp for all
them fights. But he's a dude that trains even off fight time. Like he's a guy that bees in the gym supporting the camp and all of that with the Valdez and them type of dudes and shit. That's when he was when they had the big homie from PBC over there with him and shit. He wasn't fighting at that time, but he was in with them dudes.
Big shout out to Boxing Source, man. He confirmed what we thought. Shakur's last fight in April was at 135 against Yoshino. He tore him apart, bro. Tore him apart, something crazy. He said Haney Lopez fight would be for the WBO and the ring belt at 140. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying
about that ring shit. That shit is garbage.
No, they do though. They did. Them fighters do. Hold on. Is he giving me what I want? He said on a 3-fight deal, you talking guarantees for Haney. Bear in mind that Tank has a guarantee plus pay-per-view. Yes, I'm talking guaranteed money. Guaranteed.
But hold up, Source. We still talking with the pay-per-view cap off fight with Tank, being, as long as, God willing, he win them first 2, which I don't see Cruz or Rolly really giving them much trouble. Outside of Cruz bitch being too forceful.
A Source,
Cruz let me want to hit him with a low blow.
Let me tweak my question. On a 3-fight deal, including pay-per-view money, like back-end money, do you think it's realistic that Haney could see $40 million? And if not, what number do you think he would hit? I think that's a better question. But if you want to answer both, that's cool. He said, like the Steiner brothers or Brett versus Owen, this is boxing, not WWE. Yeah, I don't see it happening. Like I don't see it happening,
bro.
Undertaker versus Kane, yeah.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. It makes sense if these dudes is talking about legacy,
bro.
If they talking about legacy, and I ain't talking about what's on paper legacy, win-loss legacy. I'm talking about financial legacy and bragging rights for the family legacy. Bro. Trust me, bro. That's something that gotta get ironed out in the ring in front of the whole world,
bro. Bro, I'm not messing with you tonight, bro.
I'm just telling me this don't make no sense. For a dude that's as cold as he is, in boxing, we could talk about this fight for the next year and a half. And as soon as it happens, we still all over it like we just found out about
it. First thing, bro, Al will never let that happen. That's number one. He'll never let that happen. That's number one. Number two.
Why would Al not let that happen? Is Al their uncle or something? I know we call the nigga Uncle Al, but he ain't their uncle.
Yeah, he everybody's
That
uncle,
he ain't their uncle, nigga. What the fuck he care about that shit, nigga?
Bro, he's everybody's uncle, bro. He's everybody's
Stop.
uncle.
That nigga is not my uncle, nigga.
He's your uncle,
He is not
bro.
my fucking uncle, nigga. I ain't never seen that nigga.
Yo, he is your uncle, bro. He's your uncle.
I don't know that nigga.
He is
no, but go ahead. I don't know why you say he'll never let it happen, bro. Like, what is a loss to him? It's no loss to him. It's a game.
It's no, bro. It's no. When I say it's no,
Twins fighting for undisputed.
Hell,
Twins fighting for undisputed.
Hell no. What
Twins
undisputed? What are you talking about?
Fight.
What undisputed?
He'll be undisputed for that fight. Who's gonna take the belts from him?
Who?
After he beat the brakes off of Canelo, after he walked this dude to the retirement center, bro, you know, I'm getting checked in.
Vlog,
you know what I mean?
You trying to listen? You trying to rope me in tonight? I'm not allowing it. We got other questions, man. Listen, Johnson said the Hardy brothers. Bruce laughing. He said Maul fought him. Yeah, Maul fought him. Yeah. He said I heard Jamal Charlo don't want to take fights right now until his divorce is final, so she don't get half of the money. Bro, listen, and in all seriousness, J.O., that's the first time I ever heard that, and I didn't know what they meant as far as the outside issues and stuff like that.
That makes sense. But so you know what? T.O. was going through the same thing. And a lot of his what he was not bringing into the ring is because that type of shit will take so much from your boxing game, bro. Because boxing is 85% mental, 15% physical. Facts. If your mind not there, your body ain't gonna cooperate. So that was big info right there from the source, as far as adding to the conversation.
Right. So he's boxing source said J.O. Yeah, that's the word. That's crazy. That's crazy. To be honest with you, we can have a whole nother show about that period.
If the man ain't been hold up, I'm confused. If you ain't been training, ain't been in the ring, you should have been at the house being number one dad, top ranked husband. What the fuck was you doing, bro? Fucking with your brother? Hating on your brother low key? Like, what was you doing, bro?
Yo, this is why I be avoiding late night shows with this dude, bro. Like this.
I'm confused. Yo. You cold as ice. You ain't fighting nobody. You ain't kicking up no dust on Twitter. You ain't doing none of this. You having some family functions getting out of control, leading to divorce talk and this, that, and the third, bro. You should have been working on building a legacy, bro. You should have been solidifying your family. Whoop-de-whoop, since you not at your job. If you're not at work, you're usually with your family. That's what I know from being a nigga. So what the fuck was this nigga doing? And he got money. So you ain't got a bunch of stress. Now your stress is you don't want the bitch to take your money. So now you really can't go to work. We don't want this nigga on no forklift and he got these issues, man. You can't have him at the warehouse. The whole place will be in shambles. I'm just saying. Don't make no sense to me. And I don't want to rank on another brother, but I'm a fan of boxing and I expect the best to be in the ring, and I'm confused. But they say more money mean more problems, so I don't know. I ain't had money since the 80s, so I don't know.
Yo, that's funny. Boxing Source said Tank hasn't quite hit 40, I think. The Ryan fight, he got around 25 million.
So our numbers actually make sense.
Hold on, real quick, bro. He got 25 million. Is that including the back end? Because they did. What was the numbers on that fight? What they end up doing? Didn't they say they did like 1.2 or some shit like that?
Damn, they did a mill. I think 100,000. You talking about?
No,
they did a mill.
I think they did a mill or close to $1 million. Yeah.
Oh shit, man, that nigga had 25 easy. They did a mill, nigga. That's guaranteed 25.
Yeah,
you gotta have back end.
Yeah, Boxing Source talk to me on that one. He said, "I'll say this: if Tank gets 2 million plus pay-per-view, then Haney would get 1 million or 1.5 plus pay-per-view." And he said, "Yeah, Al ain't they Uncle Al? Is they damn daddy?" Yeah, well, yeah, he is their daddy. Yo,
Y'all niggas
Al
is killing me
Heyman.
over here.
Listen, Al Heyman is their daddy, and he's everybody else's uncle. Like
that nigga old as Biden. That nigga don't know what's going on out here in these streets. He ain't running nothing. Y'all give that nigga too much power. That Godfather shit. I've seen them old Italian dudes. Them niggas was some fucking idiots. Nigga, I'm not listening to that. This fight going down. You heard it here from Boxing First Vlog. Charlo versus Charlo.
Al ain't playing with you, bro.
Okay, if Al and them, hold up. I'm telling you, boxing is about what's next. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Al and them are about to give us history in the next month.
Correct.
What's next? You got to go bigger into the world of history and the world of legacy and the world of just achieving the utmost and when it comes to, the market space and giving the fans and whoop-de-whoop. Charlo versus Charlo would be the biggest thing since undisputed welterweight champion of the world. First undisputed welterweight champion. Bro. And it makes sense. We was talking, what's the name of them versus each other, but they close. So that shit would have never happened with the two Russian brothers. We was talking that back in the day. Say we wasn't.
Nah, I feel you. Bro, listen, man. I'm not going.
These brothers not close. These brothers not close.
I understand that, but do you know how much has to happen for that to happen?
Yeah, Charlo just only thing has to happen is he gonna win, and he only got a couple months to make that happen.
Bro,
I know he was like, they giving me Canelo. I know he was at the crib, like what, nigga? I am a. Nigga, he about to moonwalk on that motherfucker,
bro, man.
He about to make cinnamon sticks out this motherfucker, homie. I'm telling you.
I'm not messing with you tonight, bro. I'm not messing with you tonight, man. Mr. Johnson, Boxing Talk. Man, that chick trying to take half his legacy for lying on her back all the millions and didn't have to train or take a punch. Yeah,
what the boy Ross say? You wasn't in the gym with me?
Yeah, wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
I see that bitch holding the bag.
Fact, right?
I ain't see her tying no gloves.
No, what was the name of the soccer dude that put all his money and stuff in his mom name?
His mama name.
Yeah, so when she went for the divorce, he had nothing. He had nothing.
Man, smart.
He said, Jeff, I talk with guys in PBC and Showtime that know numbers. They know how much money these fighters make. No, I'm not doubting that.
No, we were just talking hypothetical. Though.
Yeah, we talking hypothetical. All right. So if you so
he never did answer the question.
Let me read his next comment. He said, if they are considering Haney on a multi-fight deal, they are looking at what the pay-per-view numbers are for Haney's fights plus the gate. We know what Tank makes at the gate and pay-per-view. Let me ask you this. So I guess I was trying to see a question with a question. Yeah, so basically,
because you got to look at the gate at the goddamn field down there in Australia. They didn't go out there to see Cambosis. I'm trying to tell you.
Well, so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, bro. So Tank before the Ryan fight, Tank pay-per-view numbers was floating around the same number. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we talking because he's selling out, like Tank's selling out wherever he at. Like, he's selling out. Like, the gate, we understand. I'm talking about his actual pay-per-views. His actual pay-per-views were around the same number of buys, the pay-per-views that he had. But of course the Ryan one took him over the top. So with that being the case, let me ask you this. How much? So give me a number. Like, what number do you think I would offer Haney on a 3-fight deal? Let's say 3-fight deal. 3-fight deal. Tank is in one of the 3 fights, and then we can mix and match the other 2. What do you think he would offer?
A base.
Haney? His base offer. Like, what would the base money be? Forget the back end pay-per-view. Just like forget the incentives. Like the base money. How much do you think it would be? Because the thing is, prior to the Ryan fight, Tank wasn't giving us 500,000-600,000 buys. He was in the twos. Am I right? Am I correct? Am I correct?
Yeah. Tank was about right? Yeah, Tank was. Yeah, Tank was. He didn't jump up there till I think the Cruise, and they said them numbers wasn't great, but I think recognizing that he is a pay-per-view guy, that they were there at that point. It was no going backwards whether the numbers were great or not. You know what I mean? It's consistent pay-per-view, so we can't step off this platform with this dude right now. But you still got to be able to still bring the talent to make it a pay-per-view fight. You see what I'm saying? So you still got to find another Ryan Garcia, and that's got to be Devin Haney at this point. And if there's nothing inked in stone with Top Rank right now, and he did the 3-fight deal, he did the 1-1 with Cambosis, he got Loma out the way. Did nobody bought up Shakur in the original fight plan deal? So this is all just gibberish for social media between them two. Uncle Allen them may be next up. So what you gonna do? Double back to Dazan? Or who they got right now? He'll be on a Canelo type of run if he go to Dazan. Because I don't see them with that marquee guy that's a real challenge.
Mr. Johnson said, "Man, I don't know Al. He your uncle too. You just don't know it yet, bro."
He said that's the uncle that live in the basement that don't ever come
up. Boxing Source said the base is 1.5 million. Is that per? Are we talking per fight for Haney?
God, you are now Source. You're not being reasonable.
Hold on. Let me ask this. What did Haney make in his last 3 fights? The Lomachenko fight, how much did he make for that fight?
6, I think. I heard 6.
The Cambosis, both of the Cambosis fights, he got paid well. Right?
12, 15, something like that. The second one was he was more the A side, so the numbers flipped.
Okay, so Source, I know Haney's last 3 fights he got to the bag. I know the circumstances is a little different because he was
on another platform.
Yeah, he's on another platform. He basically was on another country. Hold on.
And then look, and you got to look at it this way too.
Hold on, real quick. Boxer says $4 million for the Lomachenko fight. He got paid a lot less for the Cambosis fights. He got paid a lot less than $4 million for that second one.
I thought they said the second one was like 6 to 7 because the numbers flipped. He was the favorite, and it was a pay-per-view back end type shit on that. And then another thing, their pay-per-view situation is different than the standard that they do at Showtime, which we know is the flat $99 type shit. What's the name is a streaming joint with a bonus of buying that fight, and it was like $39. So it's hard to kind of compare those numbers. And then you talking about international gate to a home gate. We don't have 200,000 crowd stadiums that we putting fights in front of. They do that overseas.
So all right, Boxer. So you said like under $1 million.
But this undisputed,
bro. I'm gonna have to talk to you probably off camera, because what I want to tell you, I can't really say it on camera. And I'm talking about numbers for Haney for the first Cambosis fight. That's the one that I'm actually I can't.
Well, we know the split was 3-1.
Well, my thing is
roll the dice on that.
I know other money that got distributed within that camp. Like I know it for a fact. So under $1 million.
Oh, I know who you talking to.
Yeah, so, you know where I'm going. You know where I'm going.
Yeah, I already know who you talking to. So I ain't even gonna get into that.
So so we gonna have to rap about that off camera.
Yeah, bro.
And it's more than just him. No, we can close this out, bro. Mr. Johnson said guarantee Haney 2 to 3 million with an upside. Wow.
That don't get us nowhere near the 40 we was talking about though.
Maybe we are off base. Maybe we are.
But I'm thinking undisputed.
But the thing is, I was like, but see, the thing is, like, even when Bud was with Top Rank, Bud was getting like $5 million guaranteed a fight. He basically had the same contract Tim Bradley did. He basically had the same contract Tim Bradley did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hold on, what is Bud making for this fight? What is Bud making for the Spence fight?
Then they said 60-40?
Yeah, but I like what's the number though?
Gotta be 20. Gotta be 20. This easy $100 million fight. I need $100 million.
We going hold on. He said
so
check the
you
lawsuit
split
that Peter. He said check the lawsuit that Peter Kahn had on Kambosos. The figures are public. I know about the lawsuit. I'm gonna put it to you like this.
Who is Peter Kahn?
Peter Kahn is Kambosos people. Like Kambosos people actually sued Kambosos in regards to them Haney fights. It was he basically sued him basically for money, basically.
What?
Yeah, that's
crazy. Wouldn't these dudes be getting their money before the fighters do? These are the dudes that get the checks first.
I'm gonna have to send you the actual
yeah, I need that article.
Story. Yeah, I'm gonna send you the article.
Yeah, I need that article.
But source, I put it to you like this. There was people around Haney that got a certain amount of money to where under $1 million don't make sense. And I know they got it. I know for a fact they got it. So that's why I say we'll wrap off camera maybe tomorrow or something. And maybe we'll wrap off camera tomorrow and we can rap about that. Because I know it was a big split difference between Kambosos and Haney for that first one. But yeah, we'll rap about it. He said, I bet. Yeah, we'll wrap. But we're gonna close this joint out, man. Damn near 2 hours, man. Hour 56 minutes, 25 seconds, like we never left, man. For the people that have joined us tonight, man, we definitely appreciate it. Really appreciate it. We just gonna give a quick roll call. We're gonna get up out of here. Big shout out to the Boxing Source. Big shout out to Mr. Johnson. Big shout out to J.O. Big shout out to Bruce Gas. Big shout out to who else in this joint? Toby. Big shout out to Toby. Big huge shout out to Toby. Who else we had up in this joint? Chris G was in here. Second Ezra was in here. So big shout out to all of them, all you guys that came in here, rock with us. Now I'm definitely back tomorrow. I have off tomorrow, so I'm definitely back tomorrow. I might end up doing. I don't vlog. What's your schedule looking like tomorrow?
Man, same time, probably about 6:30 or so. So yeah, right, we get off.
So maybe we can do a late joint tomorrow, around the same. Actually, sooner than what we did because I had tech issues. Sooner than what we did today, but we can do a night joint with vlog. I'm gonna try to get a day joint in with Shane, because I know.
What time in the morning? Yeah, I got a training class for my second job, but I'm probably gonna be done with that like 9. So if y'all doing something after that, bro, I want to get in on.
Yeah, so we might. Okay, so we might be able to do 2 tomorrow because Shane's gonna be pissed off when he hears this. He's gonna be pissed off because he asked me was I going live, and I told him I just didn't know what time. And just the way things played out, so he's gonna be pissed off. So
yeah, we're getting early. Yeah, you know how it is.
So we're going to get we're going to get an early. Yeah, we're going to get an early one in with him tomorrow. I'm
gonna just call you when I get out of class and shit. Get out that training class.
Listen, follow Boxing First Vlog. Give him your Instagram and all that, bro.
Man, I'm still on the gram. I ain't really been posting lately, bro, because you know what I'm saying. OG working 2 gigs right now. You know what I mean, trying to knock out this car note. Man, I'm sick of this motherfucker. So I'm on that right now. Still cheese chasing. You know what I mean, but yeah, shortly, bro. I get a few minutes extra. I'll start posting again on the gram. Boxing First Vlog. Be back on YouTube doing these live. Definitely going live for the Undisputed Welterweight Championship. So expect that on the channel. You know what I mean? If I can, I'll try to get some coverage too. Like, I don't care. I ain't monetized, so you know what I mean? I ain't tripping.
The thing is, like, I don't even know if you noticed, but this actually streamed on your channel too. So I don't know if you noticed. But
I didn't know that. But that's what's up.
Well, y'all can follow me all over the place, man. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. G5 Jeff TV. We will be back tomorrow. Jay over the last comment said, great stream, fellas. Peace to y'all and everybody in the chat. Have a great rest of the night. J.O., we right back at it tomorrow. We right back at it tomorrow.
Early. Tap
Yeah,
in if
early.
you can, even if you're at work, bro.
I'm gonna post the time that we're gonna go on. We probably gonna do 2 shows tomorrow, one with all 3 of us, and then one with just me and Vlog. But I'll post the times and everything. And we appreciate y'all, man. This was needed. This was I needed to have this.
Give me that fire. Get that fire lit back under me, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I needed to have
the interaction is good, bro. The interaction is good. I appreciate
I needed to have this one, man. But we'll talk tomorrow, bro. Just hit me up. Let me know what you looking like for tomorrow. I'll talk to Shane. Big shout out to all you guys, man. It's been a pleasure, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Peace
out.